School bus drivers, what's the most wholesome moment you've witnessed on the job? I worked as a bus driver in Central High School. It was in a very low-income area, so seeing kids come out of a one-bedroom apartment that they shared with 3 other siblings, or a home so small it almost looked like a Lego prop was normal. I always tried to brighten the kids' days by handing out packs of trolley sour crawlers on the bus, or Sour Patch Kids every day. Most of them wouldn't even eat it straight away, but instead put it in their pocket and save it for later. It was the only candy they could get their hands on. I had gotten the idea from my coworker Tilly, who had been working there for 30 years. Heck, she was the one who would pay for the damn candy. Then this new guy showed up, a politician with a clipboard, with a golden watch that screamed, "I've never ridden a bus in my life." He stuck out like a sore thumb. Due to budget optimization, we're consolidating routes. Any stop with fewer than 15 students will be eliminated. Students can walk to the nearest active stop. I buried my face in my hands. This conveniently affected all the disadvantaged kids, because they were the ones who lived in rural areas, with the next nearest stop being 4.5 or even 6 miles away. Will the rural kids be provided with any alternatives? Tilly asked, her voice polite and quiet. Number, these cuts are non-negotiable. We're not here to solve every problem. Next question. The room went silent, and me and the other bus drivers communicated through shared glances of worry. The next week was awful. Almost 30 kids were showing up with blisters on their feet, having walked since 5:30 a.m. in the pitch black. 9 kids with 4.0 GPAs were falling asleep in class, unable to keep their eyes open. I watched 10-year-old Marcus stumble off the bus, his little legs shaking from the walk. His grandma worked the night shift at the nursing home and couldn't drive him. Kid lived on Route 47, 6 miles from the nearest approved stop. I myself had no idea what to do, but Tilly didn't have that problem. She pulled together money from all the staff, including me, and rented a minivan for the week. For every day that she wasn't working, she picked up every kid by herself. They were packed in like sardines, and some of them had to sit on each other's laps or even sit on the floor. She tried to drop them off around the corner so the douchebag wouldn't see, but during a random inspection, he caught her red-handed. I saw her face as he called her into the office, sheepish and red. I lingered outside, hearing words through the door that my stomach twist. Liability, termination, final warning. Tilly came out looking smaller than I'd ever seen her, eyes glassy. I expected her to give up, but it was like there was a fire in her that couldn't be put out. Because that weekend, during a staff party she had organized, she told us her plan. "I've been driving these routes for 30 years, she said, standing in her living room while we all sat with paper plates of potluck food. I drove some of these kids' parents. Hell, I drove some of their grandparents." She pulled out a map of the district, red X's marking every eliminated stop. Monday morning, we park every single bus at the depot. Nobody drives, not one route. The room got quiet. Miguel spoke first. "Tilly, we need these jobs, and these kids need to get to school," she interrupted. "3 parents have called me crying. The walk is making their kids hungry, but the families can't even afford to feed them." One by one, we agreed, all 22 drivers. On Monday at 6:45 a.m., empty buses sat in perfect rows while we stood in front of them, arms linked. The politician showed up at 7:15, his face purple with rage. By 7:30, the calls started flooding in. 3,000 kids with no way to school. Parents started arriving at the depot. Then Marcus's grandma, still in her nursing home scrubs, holding his hand. Tuesday morning, the school board called an emergency meeting. The politician was reassigned to other duties. By Wednesday, not only were all routes restored, but they added 6 new stops too. We were all sitting together in the staff room, raving about our little win, when we heard a knock. It was the police. Tilly was being arrested for her minivan act on the grounds of unlicensed and dangerous driving, and it was all thanks to Miguel, who was bribed with $200 to report her. Full story on channel, link below.